Hi there and welcome to my channel and this update for pan those eyeshadows. In this project I'm trying to hit as many pans as I can. I randomize colors and then I try to hit pan on them. So the only rule that I have really is that I can roll them out after 10 uses if they're, too difficult to work with, or I can do it. I have done that once, not more than once. So it's going pretty good. And also I don't want to work on something that is too similar to something else I'm already working on. Okay, so the first one that I have been working on is this Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. I'm trying to figure out the name. I've actually had two shadows in here. The first one is Hot Mess. I had a tiny bit of a dip last time and this is how it looks now. So maybe a little bit more of a dip. I've actually used this 16 times. Yeah, this is taking a long time. I've actually used this 66 times in total. And I just have a little bit of a dip here. And I'm not using it like that little, but it's very tightly pressed. I don't need that much. And something else can be said about the other shade that I've been working on, which is Momentum. This is a very nice, easy beige shade that I've actually used as a concealer to set my eyelids. Like, I can use very much of it. So it was practically new when I rolled it in, and this is how it looks now. So yeah, this is my second pan in this palette. It is looking pretty loud, which is very nice. I really enjoy this palette. So Momentum will be rolling out, but Hot Mess is still in the game. And Momentum I used 34 times. I used it 33 to hit pan on. But like I said, that's only because I covered my whole face with it as a concealer, as brow bone highlight, as the first shade all over my eyelid up to my eyebrows, just to smooth out the colors a bit. So that's how I've been working on that one. Then we had something that was so close to pan last month, and that is from my Elva 2 from Odin's Eye. This is a very nice palette. I've been working on Coffee and I only needed to use it twice more, go figure, to hit pan. It's a tiny pan. I used it in my eyebrows. I used an angled brush. That's why it's kind of like dug down to the pan. Normally, I don't really like how this looks. It looks like I didn't really like the shade, but it was okay, But it's just dependent on how I use them. Some of them get wider pans and, really good dips. When I use an angled brush, I just dig down in one place because, that's how I use it. So we have a pan in another palette. Yay! So that's good. And then the last shade I had from my Icon by Absolute New York. I've used this shade 22 times. I had a little bit of a dip, I think. You'll see in the pictures. But this is how it looks now. So it's the second shade here. So you can see a little bit of a pan. And this one I actually got a pretty decent dip around, if you can see. So I haven't just been digging down. Like I said, it just depends on how I'm using it. And this I could use on all of my eyelids or, half of the eyelids. It was a nice shade. But this one is rolling out as well. So we actually have 3 shades rolling out, which is great. So now let's look at my pan percentage. So I've actually hit pan on 8 shadows in total this month, which made me go from 77 to 85 eyeshadow pans or eyeshadows that I've hit pan on. I have bought or received a few palettes as well. So I didn't go up very much percent-wise, but I did go up from 9.23% to 9.39%. And instead of having 49.1% of palettes that have pan in them, I went down actually to 47.54 because I have newer palettes. So that's where we are with that. And now let's go to the randomization. We're actually rolling in 3 new shades. So I'm going to write it down here as we go. So let's randomize. 779, and we randomize more. 438, 690, 131, and then some backups. 194, 380, 837, and 669. So I'll be right back with the shades I'm going to work on. So I'm back with my shades, and they're not the most fun shades to work on, let's be honest. So let's go from the top. The first one is from The Magic by Juvia's Place, and it is the shade Zakia, and it's this red one here. Last time, or if it was the month before, I don't know, I rolled another red one out from Juvia's Place that looked kind of almost the exact same. So here it is again, but in another palette. Okay, so I'm going to use it probably, 10 times, then roll it out. Well, probably we will have a kind of a finale next time, and then we will kind of revamp this a little bit. I have some plans for next year. But yeah, until then, I will work on that one. Then we have from H&M. This is one of my oldest palettes. And in the beginning of the year, I got this green one here. And you can see I hit pan on that one. And these are so incredibly deep. And I think why it was so hard to hit pan, it might be because they're baked. I'm not sure if they are or not. Or if they're just old and not, that impactful. I don't know, but it was really hard to use it. It was kind of patchy. It was hard to get on my eyelids the way I wanted it to. And then I was like scraping off with the side of a tweezer. I was just scraping off what I thought was a hard pan, and I used the scraped off bits, and it was so much easier to apply that way. So that's how I continued using this one. And right now we got this one. It's like a brown glittery shade here. And if this is the same like formula, if this is the same with this one, then I will do the same thing, just scrape off a bit, use the scraped off bits. One part of me says, no, don't do it, it's wasteful. But on the other hand, I'm like, this is an older palette, I need to get it out at some point. And if I can use it in a way that I actually enjoy it, that's good. I bought it to enjoy it. I didn't buy it to make it last the longest it possibly can. Like, I don't care. It lasts for a long time anyway. And if I can have this go on more smoothly and work more good, I will do it. So yeah. Oh, maybe I should swatch these. Let's do it straight away. So we have this Zakia here. Let's swatch that one. And it's a pretty bright orangey red tone here. It looked very orange actually. Does that look like the pan to you? Because it looks a lot more red here, I think. Look, how am I going to do this? But I think this looks a lot more orange on my hand than in the pan. I actually like it. Maybe I will use it more than I think. But I kind of have one of these shades in my Level Up project pan, so we'll see. And then we have this brown here from H&M. Actually felt more like buttery or soft. Ooh, it's actually not a brown. It's actually a gray with silver in it, like silver sparkles. Oh, you gotta see that. Look at that. It's actually pretty nice. Huh. I did not expect that. Huh. Nice. I like this a lot more than I thought. Well, that is the theme, isn't it? Every time I get like, oh no, not these shades, and then I swatch them and I'm like, huh, this is something totally different. This next one is a 2 from Ukambe. This is the Spotlight palette, and I got this one. with all of the shades in here, well, I'm pretty glad I didn't get the red ones, but you know, I would like to have a more adventurous color. I would probably get them when I want them the least, you know. And that would be a really nice transition shade for this one, actually. Not bad, not bad. And it's actually a little bit fall-esque, so I'm not mad. Actually, I'm not mad. And then, of course, we have the Hot Mess from Huda Beauty, which I have to swatch twice. That's a little bit strange, I think. You know, because this is such a good palette. I love the shades. Doesn't swatch very well, but on the eyelids it works wonderfully. So, what do we think? I'm surprised, let me tell you. I'm very surprised at that silvery gray. I'm excited. I'm excited. Although it does look a little bit like my Level Up palette that I need to hit pan on. But I think I can work with this. I think this will look very nice, actually. So yeah, that's it for my Pan Those eyeshadows. I'm excited again. I thought I would like end it with a downer and it's like, oh, that's sad. But I'm actually excited. So I hope you're all doing well. Are you doing this project? Because I would love to watch you. I love watching these Pan Those eyeshadow videos. It's so much fun. It really inspires me to do different looks, both looking at others, but especially randomizing colors and swatching them and be like, oh, I could actually pair these two or those three, or you know. This is a really nice combination, actually, one that I would probably not make myself. So let's see if I can do something with all of them. That would be fun. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and that I'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Bye.